welcome back to my channel. I wanted to take a moment and send a message before I even start. Like and subscribe, of course. Always do that. I want to send a shout out to someone who sent me a private message that they are making Aliyah next year, December 2025. Yay. I hope everything goes like easy for you. I already sent you Facebook pages to follow to learn about communities to live here. And I'm really surprised. Like, people reach out to me that have made Aliyah and they had looked at my channel, or people that are making Aliyah because they looked at my channel. And I know I don't do it often, and I probably should. So I am now going to talk about why am I sitting here in my robe. I am so tired from the Chagim. I don't know why. We had, and it's hard to complain to people who live in Chutz La'aretz because you have like 3 days. And we did have 3 days. Rosh Hashanah went into Shabbat, so that was difficult. And then, but we did have a break from Simchat Torah. And then we had at least Thursday night to Friday off. And then I was just like so busy like doing the laundry. And I don't have a dryer, which I am getting one. I'm pretty sure I said that like in an old video, that I don't have a dryer, because I really was like into the Israeli vibe of like they wash their clothes and then they hang it to dry. It's a very European thing to do. Nobody really uses a dryer, but nowadays people use a dryer for like, especially in the winter when it's like rainy, cold, it's hard for the clothes to dry, and you have to like really be on it. Like when the sun is shining, you have to grab your clothes, hang them up outside, and they're really dry by the end of the day if the sun is shining brightly. But a lot of times you just want to do the laundry and be done with it, right? So I had that break from Thursday night to Erev Shabbat to do it. And then for Shabbat, we just kind of like ate like the leftovers from Shabbat. And then like when Chag is over, Shabbat is over, which I try and tell people, like, never go grocery shopping on Sunday or Monday. Why? Because they're trying to get rid of all the things that they did not sell before the Chag. So the best day to shop is like Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday is usually like the sale day for Rami Levi. And then you have like Wednesday. Thursday is Balagan because everybody's like shopping for Shabbat and running to the store. And I no longer go to the grocery store. I do like online shopping, which is like really amazing because I don't know why before COVID, I went to the grocery store. I went to the grocery store to shop. It just never crossed my mind to do online shopping. Like, what am I thinking? I'm in a third world country. I've been here like forever. I know it isn't. But I never thought like how many things you can buy online. So from COVID on, and a lot of stores who weren't doing like online shopping, now do it because you can get more customers that way. And it's like about the shipping and, you know, whatever. But for me, I do all my grocery shopping online now. I do not go to the store. Also, it helps me be careful about like what I'm spending. Another thing is like I'm always trying to buy Israeli products, especially now because, you know, we really want to like support the economy and have things and make our lives fruitful with providing for Israel in our ways that we can, which is buying Israeli products, making my life easy by not having to worry about paying extra. Because when you buy imported things, like when you buy American products in Israel or anywhere, it costs more. Why does it cost more? It's because it's imported. Just like in America, well, I don't know about in America. Let me stop. I don't know about like how it works there. But I try and buy Israeli products if I can. And also another thing is that my kids are Israeli, right? They really are. They don't like American ketchup, right? They don't like, what else is something American that they eat? Believe it or not, they don't like American cornflakes, like at all. They're like, ew, so gross. So like certain things, like my kids won't eat that's American. Olives. Of course, why would I buy American olives? But a lot of people, when you make Aliyah, you buy what you know, what you're used to, and it makes your life easier and it works for a minute, but then it starts adding up and it gets expensive. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm paying so much money. And then people like post all the time about like, I don't know why my grocery bill is like 5,000 shekels a month. Like, what am I doing wrong? And I'm like, what are you eating? Like, most Israelis do not eat meat every day. They're just like, we eat a lot of rice, right? It's an Asian continent, Asian and Africa, right? They eat a lot of rice. So we eat a lot of rice. We eat a lot of couscous, which is so good, by the way. Petiti. And then we'll like, put vegetables in it or whatever. They might make, if there is meat through the week, they do meatballs, chicken. But I mean, like, it's not anything thrown together. It's like a real proper meal. But for some reason, it's not like, you know how you make chicken, right? You have leg quarters and you have the thigh and you have the leg, right? You have the chicken breast, you cut up a whole chicken and everybody gets a piece of chicken, right? With their rice and the vegetable. So I have noticed with Israelis when they, through the week, right? It's pieces, like they'll take the leg and, and then they take the bone off or whatever, and then they cut up the meat, or chicken breast and they cut up the meat because it stretches more. And it isn't about being poor. It's just about, it makes sense. It's economy wise. Like it just makes sense because Shabbat, oh my gosh, like really the Shabbat meals is like off the chain. When you eat by Israelis or whatever, they have like, wow, I can't even describe it. One of the goals that I try to do is make sure that my home is good for my kids because, like I say, like they're very Israeli. I feel like when my daughter's here, and she said, like a toast, right? It's just like a cheese toast, pizza toast. Like I don't know the word. It's a pizza toast, like bread, tomato sauce, cheese, olives, mushrooms, whatever. That's called a toast, right? When you go to the store and they say, what do you want? Like when you go to a place, I want a toast. That's what it's called, which is a grilled sandwich, so it's called a toast. So my kids like a toast. So but when my daughter makes a toast, she makes a toast. Then she'll do a cheese next to it, like I think it's called levana, and it's like in a container that costs like, I don't know, 2 shekels, something like that, 3 shekels. And then she'll have a salad, an Israeli salad. I wouldn't think to do that. I'd just give you a toast, but no, her is a toast, is cut nicely. The levana cheese next to it so that you can put extra cheese on top. And an Israeli salad, which is cucumbers and tomatoes. By the way, there are different types of Israeli salad. Is cucumbers and tomatoes, and a Mediterranean salad is like, most people make just cucumbers and tomatoes, but a lot of times like you have to like be specific like what you want, because it's cucumbers, tomatoes, cilantro, and red bell peppers cut like really tiny. I was joking with a friend. I was by her house, right? And she was making a salad. And her cucumbers were slices. So it just goes to show how long I've been here in Israel, because I used to do that too. And she had cherry tomatoes, which are insanely expensive right now. Like, oh my gosh, they're so expensive. Anyway, so she's like cutting the salad. And the cucumber slices were like about like, I don't know, maybe like this thick, like whatever. So I was like, what are you doing? Like, we're trying to kill somebody. We're just trying to kill somebody with these slices, cucumbers. Like, what kind of salad? What kind of salad is this? I know. She was like, what, girl? I'm just trying to make my salad. So anyway, it was good. It was delicious salad. It was just I'm just not used to it. Like slices of cucumbers. I'm so bad about it that I bought a food processor that has the little slots for making cucumbers. And I'm also like not big on big pieces in salad. Like my daughter doesn't eat lettuce, but when I eat lettuce, I don't like big pieces. I need it to be small. Everything needs to be bite size. Anyway, that was so funny. And it just showed how long I've been here, because when I was watching her cut those cucumbers, I'm like, what are you doing? And so we laughed about it. She's like, don't be judging me in my kitchen, which she has a beautiful house like in Kiryat Arba. And I just want to say, you have to think outside the box here in Israel. Like, there's so many beautiful places to live. But anyway, that's how my Chag went. And I went to her for one of the, went for Chol HaMoed, and there were some other JOC families that was there. And it felt like a family reunion, right? It was like really great. And that's what my Chag was. My Chag was just being busy in my home. And then I went to my friends. I went to my daughter in Beersheba for a Shabbat, which was really nice and cute and awesome. And I always feel like all the hard work and effort that I did to become Jewish, which was many years ago, and to make Aliyah and live in Israel, watching my daughter and her family and my grandkids makes me feel like it's shaveh. That's what they say when it's like worth it. It's shaveh. It really is. And I have two more. Bezrat Hashem will get married and have their own families and their own homes. And it'll probably look a little bit different than my older one, because, you know, she was living in America young, and then she came here like at 16. But these kids, these that I have now, will probably marry like Israelis, and hopefully they speak English, because we're going to have a problem. So I just want to say, hey, thanks for watching my channel. Send a shout out to the person that just messaged me. And literally, if you're thinking about making Aliyah, you can send me a message. I'll try and respond to you. I also say you really have to be on social media and learn about the culture of Israel so that you can make it and you can have a successful Aliyah here. And it is not being in the bubble of Americans. It is not having a big house or living in Ramat Beit Shemesh, as I said before, is a great place to live. But there are people making Aliyah and they got money. They got like money. And that is not the majority of people that are making Aliyah. You're making Aliyah and you can have money, but it doesn't last, because you're spending in a way as if you lived in America versus trying to live the Israeli way, which is why I was talking about how we cook and what we eat through the week and how we make things stretch, and grocery shopping, and that everything you can get online is much cheaper, and about going to different communities, which Kiryat Arba is a beautiful place, inexpensive. It's an awesome, you're next to the Avot and the Imaot. It's a great, like, beautiful. It's like very spiritual, nice English speaking community there. Help. You have like all of these yeshuvim, which are usually like called over the Green Line. You have the Shamrom area. So there's so many places to live, but you don't know them unless you do your research, and follow my channel because you'll learn more. And thank you for watching. Speak to you later. Like, subscribe, and share. Bye. Thanks. Have a good week.